Good morning, everyone. All right, so today is Friday. I actually got a good night's sleep last night. I'm pretty happy about that. I feel so much better today. I just basically told my son that if he didn't stop waking up in the middle of the night, I was going to ban him from TV for 2 weeks. And it worked. He slept through the night, and so I got like 9 hours of sleep last night. Fell asleep at like 9 o'clock at night, and so woke up at 6 a.m. this morning and finally feel pretty good. So, not too bad of a Friday. We got a few decent gappers here. We have CAMP, which is tradable on TEFs. I'm looking to trade this one, maybe short this one. We have BB gapping up from 1019 to 1070. Doesn't look bad either. There's probably going to be a echo. Hold on, let me mute it real quick. Can you guys hear me? Mic check. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Just want to make sure you can actually hear me. Let me check this. Maybe my volume's turned down. No, volume's working. Do I still have it muted? Let's see. No, I don't have it muted. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Because I don't hear anything. Alright, good. Alright, so you guys can actually hear me. Alright, awesome. Alright, so like I said, got some sleep last night. Really excited about that. It's honestly like one of the only nights this week I've actually had a good night's sleep. So we'll see if my trading can reflect that. But yeah, watching CAMP, AMRN, BB, CCXI, but it's not tradable. What else? AMRN, GERN after yesterday's disaster with that one. Just huge drop. We'll see if it rebounds some more today. I was talking to Mitch yesterday. I had a conference yesterday with Mitch, and I was talking about how weird options are. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, just to show you something that's kind of just strange to me, is that so I bought an NEPT option on the 19th, I believe, of September, right? And when I bought this NEPT option, just to show you, I bought a put option, meaning I profit if the stock goes down, right? And I bought this option at like $5 and something. So like I gotta even use a longer chart. Let me mess with this a little bit. There we go. All right, so I bought this option, like I said, like a week, maybe a little bit over a week ago. And I bought this stock when it was way up here at like $5, right? And the option was originally worth $15. And now the stock is all the way back down to $3.90, which is great, right? That means my option should be substantially more valuable, especially considering I still have 3 weeks left for it to get down to $3, right? And so you would think that my option would be worth more. Well, that's not correct. My option is worth less. It's worth $10 now. If anybody knows about options, I know I've had a few people asking me about options. Like I said before, I'm really not an expert at options at all. But does anybody know why my option would be worth less, even though the stock is definitely moving in my direction? It's down like $2. Or it's down like $1 and, over $1, from where it is. And it's only been like a week, And so I just thought that was really strange. If anybody knows why that is, let me know, because that's really confusing on my end. Because I would think if I bought a put option where I profit if the stock goes down, then, then my option should be worth a lot more. And it was very briefly worth $28 before it went back down to 10, And so you say it's because of time decay. But yeah, but it's only been a week, and I still have 3 weeks left of that option, right? So I still have it's only been a quarter of the time I have to hit that price. And so I just thought that was strange, But you guys probably honestly know more about options than I do, to be honest. At least some of you. So, but no worries. I mean, I'm just gonna hold on to it and see what happens. All right, let me catch back up on the chat. I already posted about Watchlist. Good morning, Missouri. Rel, Manny. What's up, brother? John O. Good morning. Samoan. Good morning. John Ennis. Good morning. All right, we got Mitch here. Yo. What's up, man? What's up, brother? All right, we got Mitch here. Oh, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. So I'm actually using wireless headphones today, and so usually you're on desktop audio, and that's not showing up, and so I'm probably gonna have to disconnect my wireless one so people can hear you. So give me a second. Okay, hold on one second. All right, Mitch, say something, brother. Wait, it's still connected. Let me turn this off. There we go. All right, give it a test, Mitch. Say something, brother.
All right, guys. How we doing, guys? We ready for today?
Yes,
ready
sir.
To continue the green streak. Let's do this.
All right, it's working. All right, so... but I mean, regardless of whether it's option, I mean, it was a $15 option in general, and so regardless of whether it's profitable or not, I was hugely right with my trade idea. And this is one of those trade ideas where I'm going to throw some money into a little bit bigger broker, and then just try to take advantage of some of these overextended moves and just hold it for like, a week or two and just trying to swing trade it, because I was extremely right with this one. Got in at $5 right around where I bought this option, and it's down to $3.90. And so this is one of those moves where I could have really profited from. And it may be kind of be a new strategy that I've been working on. So I'm trying to think of the best broker. It would have to be a broker that allows me to short. I don't necessarily need 25K. I could probably deposit like 3 or 4,000 and then just trade with that. But I would have to be able to short. I'm actually thinking maybe Thinkorswim. I really wouldn't mind it for a swing trade. I like the platform. At the same time, it's a little bit too confusing for me sometimes, talking about Thinkorswim.
All right. Okay, so guys, I have a couple questions for you guys. See if you guys are interested in something like this. I'm thinking about starting a daily scanner. I'm still in conversations with Trade Ideas to make sure that's all well. But I just want to make sure that you guys would be interested in something like that on a daily scanner. Also, I'm thinking about doing a series on books, kind of trading book psychology. It could also be just more psychology books. Like one that I'm reading right now is Peak Performance. So it would kind of be like kind of a club. We could get together, guys, and go over a chapter in the book each week, kind of make our way through a couple of trading books and just gain some more knowledge. We can talk about it and come together and build on our psychology of trading. So if you guys would be interested in something like that, go ahead and put up let's do a press 3. So you can go ahead and just put a 3 up in the chat if you'd be interested.
Well, say that again, a book or a psychology trading book?
So kind of like we talked about, John, that I was interested in kind of doing like a club where we could do I can go over books, psychology books, also trading books.
Yeah.
We can come together and go over those books, maybe a chapter a week. everyone meet up, and then we can just kind of go over that chapter, some of the key points in that chapter, and then we kind of just build together going through books, guys.
Right, for sure. I like that idea. I think that's a good idea.
All right, looks like we're getting a little bit of love.
Yeah,
a little
for
bit of
sure.
love there.
We'll have to plan that out. I don't want to. Just for copyright reasons, I don't think we could do it on YouTube, but we'd have to find. I don't know.
I don't think there's anything wrong against it. I'm gonna make sure I can even contact YouTube about it. I don't think there's anything wrong as long as you're not reading the book over the stream.
Right.
If you're just talking about the ideas and topics of the book, I think we're gonna be fine as long as we also include them in like a copyright. If we do include actual quotes from the text.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
We'll be fine there.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So that sounds like a good idea. Let's try to orchestrate that, Mitch. Sounds like a good idea, man. What's up, Matthew? I'm still out of the money, Daniel, on the option. It was an extremely cheap option. So here's the thing. It's an extremely cheap option. I bought it at $5 something. It wasn't $5.90 actually. It was.
Yeah. I heard you kind of talking about it. You know, one of the key things with options, and it's like I talk about when I went through my finance studies at UCF, we kind of went through this where you have to learn how to really price an option. And that's when I think you can get really good at options, is you learning how to price them so that you can find the inefficiencies and then take those certain bets. Like your bet was a good directional bet,
Right.
but at least from what we're seeing, the cost of the trade, the price of the option was already weighed in that the stock was heading down.
Yeah, for sure.
So they weighed that in on the price of the option already. So they kind of already knew that it was heading down.
Right. I mean, I think a more plausible way to approach this is like I think it's clear that I do pretty well at predicting overextended stocks, right? And so if you look at NEPT, I hit that thing right on the nose. I got in at like $5, and it's down to $3.90, which is great. And so I think I'm gonna just try to approach it from a swing trading perspective, and just like I said, maybe deposit a few thousand into a different broker and just try to hold it for a week or two and just try to profit from it that way. I think a lot of times when stocks push up a huge amount, a large majority of the time they're going to come back down, and I think that can be a profitable strategy for sure, as long as you kind of learn the little nuances, in that strategy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and also I think you run into a lot of times these penny stocks don't even have options, so when they are available, it is a kind of a possibility to go ahead and get into. Mm-hmm. It's just something you really have to learn and adapt to.
Right, for sure.
You gotta keep a watch on them, because some of these option trades, especially if you're doing, you can sometimes even close them intraday. You know, you just have to understand what your profit, your risk, and your profit is, the same way you would take an intraday
right
trade.
For sure. Well, my goal is to I'm going to go over the news in a second, but my goal is to I don't even necessarily need it to hit the strike price, but if it gets close to it, I could still sell it for a profit. Like at one point the other day, it was up to like $28, and so I would have doubled my money that I paid for the option. And this is just small time options, but that was kind of my plan with it. Somebody's asking me how to find my watch list on SnapTrade. So today's news is brought to you by SnapTrade. It's a really awesome free tool. There's a lot of cool stuff for traders to take advantage of on this site. One thing I do is I just go to the homepage and I can just click today's news, and it shows me the most recent news in the market on today. I can also just click watch list, and it shows me my watch list news. You can see I have AMRN, CAMP, and shows me kind of what's going on with those stocks. Now, if you want to see my watch list on SnapTrade, if you've signed up already, you just go to watch list, and you should see my watch list. It's called Morning Watch. It's right here. You should see that somewhere around here. You could just click Morning Watch and see everything that's on my list. But yeah, awesome free website. I use it to build my watch list. There's free scanners. They do a pretty good job of like adding the hottest sectors in the market. Like lately, the cannabis stocks have been going crazy, and they did add a cannabis sector to kind of show you. There's a crypto sector, high gainer volatile stocks, high gainer penny stocks. And so whatever you like trading, there's usually an area for that. They also recently added a portfolio section, and this is a really brilliant idea. I'm not sure why nobody else has thought of this before, but if you look at the portfolio section, what they do is they allow you to vote on your favorite stocks, and then they take the most voted stocks, and they track them with a $100,000 paper account, and also with a real money account on Robinhood. And so you can vote for stocks you want to see added to the portfolio section, and the stocks with the most votes get added to the real money and the $100,000 paper money account. And so it's kind of like a crowdsourcing idea, where it allows the crowd to kind of vote for their favorite stocks, and then it shows you how those stocks perform with a paper account and a live account on Robinhood. And so a really cool idea from Snaptrade, and they just put that out, and I'll go ahead and post the link to Snaptrade in the chat. But I thought that was a really kind of genius idea that they did there. And so yeah, let me go ahead and post that link.
Man, this stock is impressive. I'm looking over here at the daily chart of I, and man, what a long. If anybody swing traded this, God bless them.
I, yeah, man.
It had a nice daily breakout on Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure. I see that.
Yeah, it called it out over 25, and man, it hasn't looked back. It's almost at $30 already.
All right, another one I'm watching, I'm just adding to my list. I saw somebody else here, ENPH. They had that on their list. Keeping an eye on that one. Gapping up some. Had a really nice VWAP bounce yesterday. I'll probably keep an eye on that one too. But yeah, so let's go over the news. Let me catch back up in the chat. Sorry, guys. Good morning, Callum. What's up, brother? Long time no see, man. Hey, brother, I finally bought that XCT oil for my bulletproof coffee, Callum. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I think it gives me a little bit more energy. What's up, John O? Live Gains. What's up, brother? Manny, good morning. Shruba, good morning. Brian, Kim, Brian DC, KC Mac, DSP, Matthew, Huguetes, Ismael. Yeah, I like a podcast idea. Maybe mention I'll work on a podcast one day. I do like that idea. I don't know if it'd be a live podcast, but it'd kind of be interviewing traders and then uploading it.
Why not?
Really good. I mean, it may be, if we do start a podcast, they may be my competition. But my favorite podcast that I've been listening to for trading, I'm sure a lot of people know about it, but Chat with Traders. If you don't know about Chat with Traders, really cool podcast. They interview lots of talented traders and kind of let them talk about their strategies and kind of their journey to being professional traders. And so a really cool podcast. And like I said, I'm too nice. Some people say I'm too nice. Even though we're talking about doing a podcast here, I got to mention Chat with Traders just because I've been listening to them for years now. What's up, Samoan? Huguetes, good morning. Blueprint, good morning. Seven, morning. Daniel M. Masher, what's up, brother? Yeah, no worries, brother. IGC, yeah, IGC looks good. It's still not tradable on TEFs, though, unfortunately. Kind of bums me out, but it looks good. All right. So let's look up the news on some of these, see why some of these are kind of moving right now. First one I'm looking up is CAMP. Go look up CAMP, gapping up from, let me find it. There it is. CAMP gapping up from 22.28 to 23.65 at this point. Not a huge gap, but it's tradable on TEFs, which is, lately a lot hasn't been tradable. And so definitely watching this one.
What's going on in the weed world?
Okay, so it sounds like CAMP is good second quarter earnings and revenue estimates. Yeah, they came out with quarterly earnings of 31 cents per share, which beat the consensus estimate of 28 cents. So yeah, good earnings, good revenue for CAMP. We'll see where that one goes. Next one I'm looking up is BB, which I think is BlackBerry. I'm surprised BlackBerry's even around, if I'm being honest here.
Yeah, they still have a okay international game, just not in the U.S.
Right, I feel you. I mean, I just haven't heard of them in a while. It's kind of been,
Yeah, they gave up here. They realized their best shot was to go elsewhere.
I mean, when iPhone comes out, it kind of just made BlackBerry extremely obsolete, is what I think kind of happened. iPhone, it's just BlackBerry start to become obsolete. Nobody wants to. If you can use a touch screen, nobody wants to use like an old school keyboard on a phone.
That's the technology industry. That's the real key. If you're not coming out with innovations every 2 years, you will be out competed.
Right, for sure.
That's just exactly what happened. Look at GoPro, look at Fitbit. They
Yep.
did so great at the beginning, like looked like the best company in the world to be a part of.
But if they're
But
not always evolving, man, that tech
yeah,
industry is going to swallow them up,
technology
man.
technology changes, guys.
Right.
You don't innovate, you get caught.
Exactly, man. It's huge with technology, and it's something Gary Vee always talks about. Is if you're not evolving, you're dying, man. You're gonna fail if you're not constantly like if you get complacent, you're gonna lose. You know what I mean? You got to constantly be working on improving what you're doing.
Yep.
And it's
All
even
right.
relevant to
So
like my stream. It's even relevant to like our live stream. It's relevant to everything. You got to constantly evolve, constantly work on improving.
all right. So the big key today is gonna be this 80 on Cron. I'm looking at Cron, checking out the daily chart, figuring out if we're gonna be able to rip through this 80, guys. It's gonna be a big key. I think it might. What I would see the stock doing is kind of ripping through it early, guys, before 9:30, and then kind of trap people on a bounce on the red to green going up to this resistance area, which I see as 1150. 1150 yesterday. I can see that resistance being tested again, guys. So be careful with CRON. If you do see it go through that support at 1080, make sure that it has the time and sales and volume behind it to really give it some oomph and get down to that $10. You want to see a big move come down all the way about, I would say, to the 1018 area. That's what I would look for. 1018, 1020. That's when you could look for a VWAP fade on this. If it holds up there about 1050s, definitely be careful with the reversal going red to green on these stocks.
Yeah, for sure. And Mitch and I kind of talked about my trade yesterday. Once I finish the news, we'll kind of go over my trade from yesterday and kind of we kind of figured out what I did wrong. Like it was a profitable trade yesterday, but we also kind of found out like or kind of like looked into what I could have done better on it. And like I said yesterday,
improve execution.
right?
Not
For
really
sure.
that it was a wrong trade.
Right, for sure. And like I said, yesterday I was pretty reactive. I was just tired, man. Like I didn't get enough sleep last night, and it was kind of like the worst day, man. But so BlackBerry doubled their quarterly earnings, and that's why they're up. So we'll see where this one goes today. Also looking at ENPH. All right, so ENPH is a microinverter manufacturer. They announced new residential solar partners. They're ranked the 11th biggest residential solar provider in the U.S., and they announced an exclusive supply agreement. And so that's pretty good news for ENPH. We'll see where that one heads. AMRN, I'm pretty sure it's just up on technicals. We got a few other ones like IGC gapping up a huge amount again, and this has kind of been one of the craziest stocks in the market. I'm not able to trade it, but I can look at it on Robinhood. So the DEA stance on its CBD drug is the reason why IGC jumped. They rated it Schedule 5, which defines it as the lowest potential for abuse. And so I guess the DEA changing their stance on that is making IGC move up. Also looking at the rest of the cannabis stocks and TEVA here. TEVA is gapping down some. Yeah, so I'm going to watch this one as well, but I like AMRN a little bit more. And then that's really about it. I mean, there's a few other ones in the cannabis sector moving. NBEV. There's CCXI, which is gapping up some. I can't trade it, but I'll go ahead and look at that one too. So the public offering was scrapped. They announced they scrapped the 75 million stock offering. They thought that the accumulation of terms, which were not in the best interest of shareholders, is ultimately why they scrapped the offering, and that's making it gap up some. I appreciate the subs. Juan and MMRR, appreciate the subs, guys. Welcome, brothers. Appreciate it. But yeah, so a little slow. I mean, it's a Friday. Typically, there's not too much movement on Friday, but we got a few options to watch here. And so we'll see if we get some good moves. Also, remember, guys, today's going to be the last stream of the week. And with that, if you're interested in signing up to TEFs, the 20% off sale ends in 2 days. And I won't be streaming to post the link. I'll probably try to get the link out in a video or something like that. But yeah, the 20% off intro package sale ends in 2 days for TEFs. And so if you're interested in signing up to TEFs, you can go through that link. And let me find it real quick. But yeah, like I said, that 20% off sale is ending in the next few days. I know I had a lot of people asking me for that link. And so I'll try to go ahead and post that really quick here just so you guys will have it. But yeah, the intro package, you get 20% off. Typically, it's $500, and with this link, you can get it for $399, which is a pretty good deal. What's up, Corskit? And so I'll post that link here. The biggest flaw in TEFs, I try to be as honest as possible about it, is that some stocks aren't tradable. I can typically make it work, especially if you've been watching our stream for the last few months. You can see there's usually at least a few stocks for me to trade on TEFs. And, you're essentially paying $500 to lose $700. So you're actually getting a few extra $100 to lose, and even more than that if you go through my link with the 20% off. We do make a small commission from it, but it's one of the ways I keep the stream free. And so if you're interested in signing up to TEFs, you can get 20% off the intro package and 10% off all the other packages if you go through our link, and we appreciate any support we can get. But yeah, so hold on, sorry guys, let me find the right thing to pull up. Pull up notes. All right, guys. So we got about 12 minutes. We got a few different options to watch here. We'll see how today goes. So far this week, I have had 2 profitable days, 1 break-even day, and 1 losing day. Not a bad week, really, but could have done better for sure. So let's look at my trade from yesterday on CCJ, just so you guys could see what Mitch and I were talking about yesterday. So I don't think it was a bad trade idea, and obviously it ended up doing exactly what I wanted it to. Another good thing, a positive thing about this trade was that my risk level was on point. When I was in this trade, I kept saying my risk level was at that 71 cent level, and you can see it got up to about 71 cents, and so good risk level on my part, spot on, I think. The problem with this trade is that I got in way too early here. So like if I zoom in here and look, the problem with this trade is that I got in realistically around 41 cents. So I got in all the way down here, and that makes it poor risk to reward, right? So if I got in here, and then I added up here. A better way to approach this trade with CCJ would have been to get in first here at 50, and then add again at the VWAP. And so that gives me a tight risk to reward about 10 cents, and my risk would be about 10 cents. My reward would be all the way down here at 10.30. So really good risk to reward, about 3-to-1 reward to risk. And I just got in way too early. And so if I'm going to take advantage of good risk to reward setups, I have to be patient enough to wait for these moves back to the VWAP. Because when I get in way down here, my risk is only, 10, or my reward's only 10 cents. My risk is much higher than that. And so I just got in a little bit too early. I am happy I kind of had the patience and held through it and let it test my risk level. But that's what I think I did wrong.
I think, one of my tips to improve on this would be to set your order up at the VWAP as soon as you see that down move. As soon as you see that down move, kind of run your mouse over it, see where you would want to get in, and have your order already set to that, so that if you decide to change it, you literally have to go and change it to lower amounts. And I usually set it right at the VWAP. I set the order up right there. I would have set it up at like 57s or 59, and I would literally just have it ready. As it approaches 50, I put the order out to get filled. When it taps up on the ask, a lot of times you can get these instant fills where you get filled and then the stock goes immediately down. You just want to set it at the VWAP, or set it a cent or two away or 3 cents away from the VWAP, but you don't want to be where you get yourself into doubling your risk. If you want to hold to that resistance up there at 1170s, you should probably be doing a 15 to 10 cent risk on this trade, so that you can have, like John said, that 3-to-1, and then it's not a bad trade at all. I even think John had a chance of maybe doing another ad in the 60s.
Yeah, right
He would have
around
got up to
here.
300 shares, and the risk would have been higher. But I think he would have established like a 55 average, which would have done him really well in the
Right,
trade.
for sure. I think it was a good trade idea. I think I got a little impatient is the problem.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
it also tested the resistance really fast on you. So
made me
just
nervous.
about anybody would get uncomfortable on that trade.
Right, 100%. And I was nervous in it. I remember I was just kind of quiet. And yesterday was kind of like a terrible day. Like usually I'm in pretty good spirits, even if I'm having like a losing trade or I'm in a trade. But yesterday I just didn't get any sleep, and so it was kind of like the perfect storm for me to just not be in a good mood. Even after I had a profitable trade, I was still in a bad mood, and so I'm glad I got a full night's sleep last night. Basically, it was necessary for sure. I appreciate the sub, Justin. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we got about 8 minutes. 8 minutes until the open. So let's try to make some money today. We'll see how today goes. This is the last trading day of September, so hopefully we get some more volume. The market hasn't been that bad lately. We've been getting a lot of decent moves there in the market, and so hopefully we get some good trades today. But gonna be a little bit more patient with the fade. I think I have to wait a little bit longer. And this is something I've been seeing happening a lot: is that I'll get in early, I'll get stopped out, and then it'll end up coming right back down. And so gotta wait, gotta have a little bit more patience, and that way my risk is small. And that's ultimately my goal with it, is to work on today, is have a little bit more patience. Also, let the stock run to my levels is what I need to do. And we'll see how that
See
goes.
a bounce happening today on NBEV. A bounce for you guys that like to play those kinds of plays. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's down from its highs at about 10. It almost got up to 10. Got up to 9.99.
All right.
At 4 now. But it's gapping up to 450, so doesn't look bad. Still not tradable in TEFs, unfortunately. All right. See if I can find anything else that looks good.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that look nice, but they're just not tradable. So we'll just focus on the ones that are. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys, for the open.
All right. Out of the ones that aren't tradable, let me just go over some of these. SPRO, gapping up some. Doesn't look that good, though. IMMP, CNO, DTEA, ATOS, AMID. I think I've mentioned this one before. CCXI, gapping up some. Doesn't look bad. SPRO, APRI. A lot of penny stocks kind of running. ACST, I know somebody mentioned that one as well, but it's not tradable either. EYPT ran some yesterday. SWN. Siri. But yeah, it's just a Friday. Not that much moving. EYPT doesn't look bad either. But these are my main watches. These four are all tradable. CAMP, AMR, NE, and PH, and BB. All gapping up some. And so gonna look for some fades with some of these. Gotta have patience though. One of the things is I think I need to wait a little bit longer after the open. If I try to jump in too soon, I think it's a little bit less predictable for these type of setups. And so I gotta have that patience to wait and try to let it work for me a little bit more, I think. Like I said, though, we'll see if I can finish the week out strong. I've had 2 profitable days this week, 1 break even, 1 losing day. So not necessarily a bad week. I wouldn't say it's a great week as well. Definitely not as good as it's been in the last 2 months or so. And I think I just need to get used to losing a little bit more. I think when you start averaging 1 losing day a week, you get so used to winning that whenever you finally have like a bad week or a bad week or two, it just hurts more. You know what I mean? Just because you're so used to winning. And that's what I ultimately got to work on a little bit more. So BlackBerry makes software for phones. Okay. I'm not sure, Masher. Try exiting out of TEFs and then reloading it. That might help. I think I've had that problem before. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's the intro to TEFs right there. The 20% off intro to TEFs. Watching a few Corv skits. Good morning, man. What's up, Cool? Good morning, brother. Andre. Big boys down. Or market down as the big boys got spooked by a budget crisis yet again. Interesting. ALDX. Look at BlackBerry start to fall here. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this one's tradable. No, it's not, unfortunately. And so I'm just not even going to watch it. Trying to see if BlackBerry holds over 1050. I think you might have a little bit of room to 1030, but I don't think there's that much room to take advantage of on BlackBerry. And so we'll see if we get that move that we're looking for here. TLRY gapping up some from 131 to 141, about $10 exactly. Almost $10. ACST. Yeah, I was looking at ACST. Unfortunately, it's not tradable. So I'm just sticking to what is tradable so I can just kind of focus on those. But we got about 2 minutes left, a minute and a half into the open. But we got a few options. I mean, I've been kind of waiting for AMRN to come back down. And every time I'm waiting for it, it just keeps pushing up here. You can see in the last week or two, this thing has gone from $2.83 all the way to $14.70 at its highs, which it made yesterday. So really big move on AMRN. Still kind of looking for it to come back down some. It's under 14 now. So going to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, the pre-market looks really strong.
For AMRN?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a hold over 1375. It's kind of
There's
that
a
level.
nice resistance here, guys, at 1470. Watch the rips through there with big volume getting into the 15.
For sure. That's the high. I think it might be its lifetime high. Yeah, that's the lifetime high is at 14.
Yeah, that's what you want to watch. That level is going to be really important. I feel it will be tested today. If not, on the drop side, what we would have to see is this stock actually get below 12.19, because I don't want to do kind of that trade in between the range trying to get the VWAP. I always like to see the support being actually broken in pre-market before I get into any stock that's doing a VWAP fade.
Yeah, for sure. All right, market's opening up in 3 seconds, so good luck, everyone. Let's make some money today. There's the bell. All right, we got CAMP spiking up a little bit at the open. We have Apple pushing up some here. Kind of watching Apple as well. Apple's starting to run some here. Gonna see what BlackBerry does here. See what EMPH does here as well. Yeah, I can turn up the volume a little bit, Missouri, on Mitch. There we go. That should be a little bit better. All right. Watching BlackBerry here. It's testing the 1050 area. Watching ENPH here. See what happens with it. It needs a little bit more volume though. GERN spiking up some here, up to 207. Cron spiking up some as well, up to 1094. Looks like it's going to test 11. Same thing with TLRY. Drop
All right,
on
guys,
EMPH.
looking at EMPH, yeah. Looking at EMPH.
I'm worried it has support at, well, I mean, it has resistance at 511. So yeah, if it bounces up there, I like it. BlackBerry spiked up some. CAMP is washing out under the VWAP. We'll see what it does here. But yeah, BlackBerry bouncing. TEVA bouncing. TLRY bouncing. Apple bouncing. CRON bouncing.
Yeah, camp dying out there. I was almost interested there at 2410s, but it was still too early, guys. Still too early.
That's the
Look
only
at
reason.
ENPH there.
Yep.
Down there now. All right, so I'm looking for a bounce somewhere at 510 or above, and I'll take this trade, guys.
Yeah, me too. Looking at AMRN as well. AMRN doesn't look bad.
VSTM going up there, guys.
VSTM.
Yeah, VSTM going up.
Yeah, VSTM is running some. Alright, so I'm watching a few here now. AMRN, CAMP, and ENPH all kind of look like to be setting up some. There's AMRN bouncing to the VWAP, but it just washed out long, so no way I'm going to jump in AMRN now. Gonna instead look at some of these other ones. There's ENPH.
Almost to my level. It threw it off the ass.
Yeah.
I put the order out there, but I put it up at 12.
Yeah,
Threw it
ENPH
off the ass.
at 10.12 or at 5.12, it would have been good risk to reward for ENPH.
Yeah, someone got in there. Someone hit it with 79,000 or 7,900 shares.
That's too quick.
Someone got in there. They go quicker than we were.
Quicker than me.
Quicker than that. Gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, quicker than me. CCJ.
They jumped on that. Whoever got in there.
Yeah. CCJ running up some. Looking at camp, watching camp here. BlackBerry running. Problem with CAMP is just the spread. The spread's kind of gnarly on that one. Yeah, that would have been nice on ENPH. That was the move. Just weren't quick enough. Beautiful example of a VWAP fade there, though. All right, here goes camp, but the spread needs to be better here. I don't mind taking it if the spread evens out a little bit, but at this point, the spread's 15 cents. It's just a little bit too much. But looks to be setting up nicely. Risk would be at 22. If I get in at 10, it's a 10-cent risk. Gotta wait for the spread some, though. GERN washing some. Camp looks good here. Just gotta have a better spread on it. Spread's a little bit better. It's at about 10 cents. But the spread throws off my risk to reward for it. 9-cent spread now. Not bad. Gonna consider it here. What? Dude, they took CAMP off? What? Okay, I'm starting to, like, this is, they removed CAMP.
Just find another one, brother.
Like, it was tradable this morning. They literally, like, took the time to go say, CAMP looks too profitable. I'm going to remove it now. Like, what? Ugh.
That's what their job is, brother.
It makes me
Remember,
sick.
they got a job also.
Ugh. Honestly. That's absolutely ridiculous, man.
Hey, it's how it goes, brother.
BlackBerry had a really nice VWAP bounce here. Look at that VWAP bounce on BlackBerry. And like I said, this is kind of my thesis with this one, is that if it breaks through the VWAP and then bounces, it's much more reliable. Looking at GERN. GERN just broke under major resistance. And looking at VSTM, if it could pull back to the VWAP here. I don't mind it. Also, TEVA. I mean, maybe it was a good thing because this would have squeezed up. I would have gotten stopped out right here already. So it's probably a good thing with CAMP. Yeah, I can't trade ALDX, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm looking at GERN here. Man, look at CGC, Cron, TLRY. The cannabis stock's going crazy. But yeah, this isn't even TradeNet. This is Tefts that's removing them. So, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't be mad at them. They're just doing their job, brother.
Yeah. Looking at TEVA, maybe for a VWAP bounce here. On TEVA. AMRN cracking underneath the VWAP now. Looking at GERN, GERN. If it can pull back to 202, I might take some. But I don't know how good risk to reward it's going to be. TEVA cracking under the VWAP as well. Hey, appreciate the sub, John. Welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Really nice VWAP bounces on the cannabis stocks today, like Cron, TLRY. Just gonna have to look at other trades to get into. Now I'm watching ENPH again. If it gets back up to 507, risk can be at 509, maybe 512. Reward 496. TLRY, kind of testing the VWAP. Strangely enough, TLRY and Apple both look very similar this morning. Look at TLRY and Apple, they both look almost the same. So they're following each other for some reason. Your dog's mad at CAMP2, Mitch.
Yeah, dude, he's not happy that it's not tradable.
Yeah.
He is complaining that it's not tradable.
Yeah. I mean, people could probably see I'm in a better mood today than I was yesterday, man. Yesterday was just...
Hey, that's life, brother. You know?
Looking
We
at
all got our tough days.
Right, for sure. But looking at TEVA, if it bounces back to the VWAP, I think the risk to reward, it'd be a VWAP rejection, but I think the risk to reward would be good on that one.
Looking at I here, I want it to bounce above the VWAP to about 29.10 here and not get above that 29.20.
For a long or short?
Short.
Yeah, I can see it. The VWAP's kind of pressuring it down.
Yeah, I want it to bounce just above VWAP, get rejected hard, and then I'll get in there and try to risk off a 29.20. Smaller share size on this one, only 100 shares. But I think it can make a bigger move. One that I'm watching on a VWAP bounce, John, is AMD. It's moving good today.
Yeah, I like the risk. I'm looking at what I'm looking for a fade is TEVA with a reward of 21 and a risk of 50. If it can get up to 40, it looks good. Yeah, I'm looking at AMD. I mean, it's testing that $0.50. I think that's a good risk level under at that low at 47. Hey, appreciate the sub. I boot. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, EMPH was the move this morning, though. Beautiful fade.
Yeah, just didn't give me enough time. Someone hammered it hard.
Yeah.
If we get a bounce here to 503s or 504s, I can look to get in there and risk off a 510.
All right, I'm looking at TEVA here. Like I said, I want it to get a little bit higher, which it may or may not give me there. But that's what I'm looking at. See if we get up to 40. I can set my risk at 50. 10-cent risk. Set my reward at 24. And so that's why it has to get up to 40. Just so the risk to reward's good. Which we'll see. It just faded back down already. But looking at TEVA here. And BlackBerry ran. Yeah, I'm watching BlackBerry. SYN. That would have been a nice trade on TEVA thus far, but it just didn't move. Yeah, SYN running some. It just didn't get quite as high as I wanted it to. And like I said, I'm working on being a little bit more patient with my entries.
All right, guys, watching ENPH here, guys.
For another bounce to the VWAP.
Yeah.
I'm watching BlackBerry here for a VWAP bounce. There goes AMD, man. AMD might have been a nice little bounce there. But yeah, look at SYN. It's not tradable, but it looks good. Waiting for a move back up here for TEVA. Just didn't give it to me. See, didn't quite. And this is, yeah, look at RIG, man. RIG bounced beautifully off the VWAP too. But yeah, this is why sometimes I jump in early, is because I get a little bit of FOMO about missing moves like this, like jumping in here. But I'm not disappointed I stuck to what my original plan was. Yeah, SYN. Look at that move on SYN up to 385. Crazy, crazy move.
Holy crap. Huge volume jumping in on CCY. I don't know if this is correct, but I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 orders.
You mean
of
CCCY?
Like, CCJ, my bad. The stock that you traded yesterday.
Oh yeah. Look at that's a possible VWAP bounce here.
Yeah, do you see that volume? Am I crazy or
no?
There's
I don't see any
2,
volume.
1, 2, 3, 4. At 8:30 at the open, you guys got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 200,000 orders.
See, I just see on at 8:30 or at. Oh, you mean at 8:30 at pre-market?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do see that one.
It's huge volume that came in there, guys. There's definitely some institutional play in this. You got to be careful with that one.
But yeah, look at, I mean, CCJ for the VWAP bounce doesn't look bad. It might have some resistance at 11.55. I don't mind a VWAP bounce here, especially now that it broke over the $0.50 up to at least 60. Got to think about what kind of share size I would take though.
That was pretty. MU was pretty.
Yeah, MU was. Nice little fade. Really a rejection, but it looked good. Yeah, SYN halted. I could see that. That was kind of looks like that was probably the next move for it to get halted. But yeah, there goes CCJ. Maybe bouncing off the VWAP here. But yeah, look at ENPH. That was the move, man. If anybody wants to see what the ideal VWAP fade looks like, it's ENPH right here. Beautiful move.
Yeah, missed it by a second.
Yeah.
Should have maybe got in on that bounce, but someone hit it hard.
Right.
Knocked it down for us too quick. The STM breaking out there a little bit. Pay attention to the STM.
I called GERN as well. This morning it faded beautifully too. GERN starting to tank here down to 180s. Its lows are at 150. Check the scanner.
Not really seeing anything right now.
Yeah. CRNT maybe for a bounce. Man, look at GERN just tank. And if MU gets back up to the VWAP, I don't think that looks bad either. Which is starting to kind of creep towards that area now on MU. If it can pull back up to 75, I think it's going to have some resistance there. I could set my risk at 85, 10-cent risk, reward from 75 down to 50. So yeah, 2.5 to 1 on MU. May look to take it, see if it gets up there to 75. It's up to 70. It's got to get to my risk level though. Not going to take it if it doesn't. And TEVA pushing up there. Like I said, 40 doesn't look bad with a 50 risk on TEVA. All right, there's 70 on MU. There's 33 on TEVA. Those are the two I'm watching now. Alright, so my risk in this trade would be here. Reward would be here. Enter here. Good risk to reward. I'm going to take that. Let's see if it gets up a little bit more. Alright, it's up to 73. Alright, I just took 100 on MU.
It's not a bad spot.
Let's see if it works out. Tight risk. Risk is 85, 85 cents. And so that's not too bad for me.
I like the trade plan.
Yeah. Good risk to reward so far, at least.
This is what I'm talking about. That's good execution on that entry.
I appreciate it. We'll see if it works out. Even if it doesn't work out, it was a good trade idea, I think. Good risk to reward. That's all that matters.
This one to it. I'd take the trade, so
yeah.
I think it's a good trade, without a doubt. It's not a bad one.
All right, it's down to 69. That's good. 67.
You got 72s, right?
Yeah, 73s.
All right, perfect. That's excellent. What's your first profit?
Probably 60, maybe 50.
Okay, I can see a bounce happening on 63 right here. So this is what you need to see. Big volume comes in here.
Yeah.
You see 1,000 shares show up there?
Yep.
See if there's another big seller there that steps in there.
Back up to 70. The good thing is that I got in pretty good spot, and so if it starts to push up here, I can comfortably get out for a small loss. You know, there's 68, 67s. I don't necessarily like that big down wick, but I'm going to let it work. I can't trade SYN, guys. It's not tradable for me, unfortunately. Alright, so it's back to 72 on MU, 73. I'm going to stick to my 85 risk level. And just try to give it time to work. It's up to 74s. 76. 77. 79. 80. Yeah, I just gotta stick to my risk level. No stress, regardless.
Exactly.
Would love to see a rejection here, but we'll see, you know. Just gotta stick to my risk level, which is 86, I think, actually. It's the high of this candle. $74s. I like that rejection. We'll see if it comes back down. $77, $79s. Yeah, SYN's not tradable, guys. Unfortunately. Back up to 80s. This is where I gotta be careful here. If it pops over this quick. There's 82s. Gotta give myself a tight leash here. $84s. This is where I'm gonna get ready to cut. Back down to 79s. 77. 76. I want to see a big wash underneath here, though. Don't want to see it keep holding here at the VWAP. $75s. 74, 72, not bad. Let's see if we get a big wash here and a continuation. It might have some support at 72. Let's see if it holds there or not. Another one I was looking at today was TEVA here, and it just didn't get as high as I would have wanted it to. Look at GERN, Mitch. If I wasn't in this trade, I might have taken GERN if I wasn't in this one. Back up to 80s again. I mean, the good news was this with this one is that my risk is super defined. There's 82s, 83s, 84s. This is where I got to get ready to cut if it breaks.
All right, guys, watching CCJ there, guys. I'm seeing the level 2s break down there, guys. I need one more bounce to get in this, and I can risk off of 53.
There's 85s. This is where I got to get really careful with MU here. I'm watching MU to see if this one doesn't work, I might jump in GERN, but I gotta. It's got to be at that spot if this one doesn't work out. All right, there's 85 again with MU. There's 86. If it breaks 86, I'm out, like I said. Maybe not cutting my losses quick enough here, but there's this resistance at 90 or 88, so I'm going to let it work that. If not, jump out.
I'm getting no bounce here on CCJ. I think it just might tank through.
All right, I'm out for a $19 loss. Next one, like I said, I'm moving on to GERN. Maybe let it go a little bit. I said my risk was 86. I'm going to have to review that trade, but it broke this, and so that's kind of my key to get out here. All right, but I'm in GERN with 100 shares here. Looking for it to come back down to the 179 level. My risk is 94. And so about a 5-cent risk. Reward, it could be at 79. I don't necessarily dislike it. Insurance says, John, it's all about sample size. Out of 100 trades, you will be way up your percentage win, your amazing winning percentage. Yeah, man, I mean, I've been doing pretty good the last 2 months. The last week or so is really, I was talking to Mitch about it yesterday. The last week or so has really affected my confidence just because, you know, I went from having 1 losing day a week to 2 or 3 in the last week and a half. And so I think anytime that happens, it's going to kind of, you know, hurt your confidence a little bit. And I think that's kind of what's going on with me. We'll see, you know, we'll see if I can bounce back from it, you know what I mean? But that's kind of where I'm at now. And, you know, down streaks are going to happen for any trader. I just can't let them affect me too much. I'm getting a little bit better with handling my winning trade or my losing trades a little bit better. And I think the real key here is that there hasn't been that many good setups. Like I was looking at CAMP. Let's see what it ended up doing. But the A+ setups just weren't there. Yeah, like look at this with CAMP. Look at this VWAP fade on CAMP. This is the one I was mainly watching, and Tefs removed it and made it untradeable. It's a super frustrating that this is the one I was watching, and it faded off the VWAP perfectly. I even tried to get in it here. And so, like I said, really frustrating that they removed this one this morning. And it was tradable in pre-market. It was tradable last night. And so this is one of the ones that I was really looking to hammer today after this big gap, looking for it to fill. And, you know, they removed it from being able to trade on Tefs. Yeah, 100%, man. I just got to stick to my strategy. kind of get past the losing trades, which are going to happen. CCJ may be a VWAP rejection here. I don't know what you think about that one, but it doesn't look bad.
My order is out, brother.
Okay.
Let's see if I get filled. It's not right here. It's set at 48. I want it to pop a little bit above it, then fill me, and then I can risk off of this 53 here.
For sure. All right, who get this? Have a good day, brother. But yeah, look at CAMP, Mitch. It hurts. It hurts. I tried to get in it right there too at that fade mark, and no fill. They removed it, so it's not tradable anymore.
Watching VKTX also.
Yeah, VKTX faded nicely too, man. That was a beautiful fade too.
CCJ.
No fill.
Could slam down it there, but it's not enough risk to reward there, guys. And I didn't see a big order get through there when it turned red. So that's not where I want to get in, guys. If I would have seen, let's say, a time and sales order go through there, 6,000 shares on the red, then I would have hit it with him. But since I don't see anybody add there, big trader get in there, I'm letting it go. I'm watching VSTM, guys. That one just got a big little volume boost. I'm trying to see if this is going to break out through the 738s or if it's going to reject it.
What do you think?
I'm kind of, I seem bad with this one, but I'm kind of not so much long biased on VSTM. I think the stock personally is a really crappy stock, so I'm watching to see if this rejects here. And what I want to see is a hard rejection on the level 2s, like if there's a hidden seller up there at 740.
I can see that. I'm looking at TEVA. I'm in GERN with 100 shares just because I was watching that one when I was in the MU trade. But it hasn't moved a penny since I got into it. It's kind of starting to sketch me out a little bit, in all honesty. The fact that it hasn't moved one penny since I've been in it.
I canceled my order for CCJ. Just never moved for me. Didn't give me what I needed to see. Rather be patient and get rewarded for the right setup than to jump in something that I'm not seeing the volume follow it.
Right. For sure. Salty says, hey, John, what if you have an open position on TEFs and they remove it from being tradable? They probably just close your position out, I'm guessing. You know, like that's most likely what they do is just close your position out. All right, there's finally a penny moved on GERN, and it's back up to the VWAP here. I'm in such a small position at this point. I'm probably just going to exit here. I just don't know if I like it. I'm looking at more TEVA, honestly. TEVA is right around where I was talking about entering it before. I think it may run into some resistance at 39 and 40. And so going to let that work. Getting ready to exit GERN here. Especially if it squeezes up here. But yeah, I just haven't been feeling it the last week, I guess, guys. Losing weeks are going to happen, but man, I can't say it hasn't affected my confidence.
Yeah, brother. Just remember, brother, what I say all the time, man. Your results are not your confidence. Your confidence is within having an edge in the market. If you
100%.
think that way, you won't let these down days get to you. If you think that your emotions ride on your realized or unrealized amount, then you will get down on the days that you don't do good.
100%.
It's as simple as that.
All right, so I got out of GERN here. I just don't like it. It's not moving enough. Even if it goes my way, it might take all day for that one. So I'm moving back on to that original trade idea I had with TEVA. See if we can get in here with a risk of 4 cents or so at 40. 4 or 5 cents on TEVA with 100 shares here is my risk. I like that risk.
All right, taking a trade here, guys. I am short on MU, looking for the same reversal that you were doing. I think you just got maybe faked out on it. I'm going to hold to 93 there. 10-cent
like
trade.
risk.
I'm going to see if it just reversed on John and kind of gave him a little fake out here.
I've been seeing
Really
these
hold
fake
off
outs.
91.
I've been seeing these fake outs more and more often, really. Like, I've been seeing them a lot in this market. Like, I've been seeing the fake outs kind of over and over and over again. And so it may be kind of time to tweak the strategy to anticipate those type of fake out moves. But yeah, the trade to really get into today was ENPH, and Mitch and I both couldn't catch it.
Yeah, it's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, man, it happens, bro.
All right, just don't want to see this get above 91s.
Yeah, cool, yo. I feel you, man. Cool says sometimes I treat Fridays as opposite days and just do the opposite of what I do Monday through Thursday. I feel you, man. Fridays are the second worst day of the week for me. Typically, the worst day is Wednesdays, and so Fridays are usually not great for me either. And it always, like, lately, I've been maybe forcing a little bit too many trades, or maybe, maybe getting a little bit. Maybe my confidence is taking a hit. I'm trying to win back some of my losses. Who knows? The big thing about this channel is I'm not trying to act like an expert. You know, people, I know I got a huge probably group of people that are just sitting there looking for me to fail. And so, maybe I'll give them what they want a little bit and have some losing trades.
It's how it goes, man. Like I always say, we're not here to talk about how we're experts. We're here to show you the true experience of trading every day.
Right.
There's not many people out there that are willing to show you through the ups and the downs. That's what we're showing you here, guys.
Yep.
MU looking good here. We just need to keep it holding here. And then there was some big ads there at 81 and 83 there. So I just want to see it crack down and not get above 90 here. If it cracks down below 80, I might actually be looking for an ad after the bounce when it gets through the VWAP. There you go, guys. Now we're getting through it. Let's see if there's heaviness that comes in through here. There you go. Heaviness going through there. 2,000 shares there. Someone adding to their position. Now I want this to come down to about 71, and then I can start looking for ads to get in this a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it looks like it may have just faked me out, man.
Yeah, it happens, brother. Good thing is I'm on it. Let's go.
I hope you profit from it, bro.
One that I'm
Looks good,
watching
though.
is Tiva. Tiva looked good there, brother.
Yeah, I'm in Tiva with 100 shares, though.
It's not bad. You just gotta risk. It's a tight risk,
Right, 100%.
tight reward.
Right.
Kind of more like a 1-to-1 trade, but it has a high probability holding down those levels. You just want to see big levels reject now. Nothing really over 35.
Right.
There you go. That's what I wanted to see here, guys.
There's the
All
wash,
right.
man. Looks like it just faked me out, guys.
Looking for 63 to take some cover here. I'll take 100 shares at 63. no profit there taken, guys. No profit there taken. Was looking for the support there at 63. It didn't make it all the way down, so I'm looking for a little bit more.
Look at camp. That hurts to see.
I don't mind adding anywhere near up here at 80s. This is pushing hard down. I'm gonna actually cancel my sell cover order as it rejected there really hard there. I want to see if this can follow down. Keep going down here, guys.
All right, so TEVA's at 35. Really, I'm kind of thinking about jumping back in MU here if it bounces, but I don't know.
I think you had your shot right there on that bounce. Anything up here now?
It's a little sketchy.
Yeah, I think you had your shot there when it bounced to 76. You could have risked off of 86.
Right.
And it wouldn't have been a bad trade.
Yep.
You could also maybe get a little closer to 86. You could risk off of it, but I think it's just going to tank down. Yeah,
I think it's just
that's
FOMO.
why I'm not even going to try to cover
FOMO.
this.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not trying to cover here, guys, is that I see the pressure right now. There's no point in me covering here, guys. I'd be taken away from my game. I wanted to at least test that 63 down there. I think it's going to rip through 63, come down to these 50s, and then I can cover some.
Thinking about adding here and just setting a tight risk at 39 for TEVA, just because 100 shares isn't going to do anything for me right now. Holding it like this. I gotta consider it. I don't know. Let me think about it for a second. I'm sure it hasn't been moving too quick, so I could probably sit here for a second. Completely break-even trade at this point. But yeah, camp looks great here. Unfortunately, not tradable. Yeah, CCJ fade off the rejected off the view up nicely. What's up, Sonny? I don't think I ever got scammed with SureTrader. I mean, I lost my account with SureTrader. I don't know if you would consider it a scam, though. What happened?
Kron getting some heavy pressure there. All right, guys. Looks like we're going to approach here. Let's see if we can crack down here.
I just added another 100 shares in at TEVA. Like I said, I think I need to use a little bit bigger sizing and just set myself that tight risk at 39. So max loss will be 12, 14 bucks on this one. And if this doesn't work out, I'll just be done for the day. MU doesn't look bad here, though, to be honest.
Yeah. A little part of me is like, should I maybe take it off the double bounce of 465, taking some profit off. I think what happened in this one is I'm just in with a little bit of uncomfortable share size there. It's not enough to where I'm feeling that that's enough for the trade, so I'm staying in it. But it's definitely maybe an issue on where I should have taken that profit right there. I'm thinking 63s as a support, but I've been seeing it hold that 44.65 pretty well. If it can hold VWAP here, come back down, test that 65 again, then come back up and fail VWAP, I'll go ahead and I'll add, guys. I'll add to this position. If it comes up here, then I just got to hold. Right now, I'm near break even. I'm holding to 86. I'm in there at 83. 3 cents loss on this trade would be nothing.
What's your sizing?
200 shares.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking 100 off there at 65, but to me, it just wasn't enough for this trade. I was looking for a little bit bigger move, but we'll definitely review the trade after.
All right, there's 34s on TEVA. The only concerning thing is that it's starting to look like a triangle. I didn't really notice that before. Like you can see the triangle here. And I don't want to get squeezed up with this triangle. And so I just drew the triangle if anybody wants to see what I was talking about there. And honestly, the range is so small on this one, and my sizing is small enough to where I'm not really nervous in it. But do have to consider that. Where's your risk at on MU?
Above 87s, I'll get out. I'm looking, it was to hold that up to 86. I'm thinking about maybe adding some share size up here.
I just think it's kind of a weird
I
pattern.
needed to close. Yeah, I needed to close here.
Yeah,
I think close here and start making its move down, then it looks better.
It's just kind of a weird pattern. Like it's not really. I mean, it's following some support and resistance, but it's a little unpredictable, I think.
Oh, look at CCJ.
I know, I saw that one already, man.
It's interesting.
And GERN, maybe I just got a little too antsy with it. This is one of the things I have trouble with is that I get too impatient when I have to hold it. Like GERN, I would have been up on this one too. It was such a small share size, though. I'm not really too upset. Max gain would have been 10 cents. And it being so extended on the downside, I just don't know if I would have taken it or not anyway. My options trades are looking good, though. Trivago down, NEPT down. I'm not sure what the overnight hold is on TEFs. Cool. I've never held a stock overnight on TEFs, I don't think.
All right. I added there, guys, there at 84 there, guys. I'm holding off of 87 here. If I see 88s or 87s come in with size, I'll just get out.
Alright, I want to see these 33 levels break on TEVA here. I want to see it get under that 33 level, break this channel if possible. We'll see. It's kind of a slow mover. Look at GERN, man. Maybe that was the fade to get into. Maybe I just got a little impatient with it. I would have had to use bigger sizing, but it fulfilled.
Right, gotta be careful here, guys. Don't want to see sizing go in here.
I feel you, the people. Yeah, man. Today hasn't been my day either, brother. So don't stress, man.
Anything in 88's flying through there, and I'm gonna get out here. All right, I'm seeing 75 shares, 200 shares.
There you go.
All right. That's kind of what I wanted to see there. That was the resistance rejecting there, guys. I'm okay with that now. And now I have enough sizing that if it does get back to 70s, I can take some profit. Now my average, guys, is 44.83.5. So pretty much 84. Risking off of 87, 88, so 90. If it breaks up, probably well, I'll get out. Still protective on this stock. I'm not thinking that it's towards my way until it gets back below VWAP, guys. So just got to be protective here. You see how it makes this move up? Just got to watch it, guys.
Another thing I'm starting to notice, Mitch, about the VWAP fade is that lately it's been working much better with longer term moves. Like if you look at GERN.
All right, 89's there, guys. I'm out. I'm not taking the risk there, guys. I got to understand that that's the level that I respect it to. That's the level I'm going to get out, guys. 400 shares, $22 loss. I'll take that anytime, guys.
Right, not bad.
I was up at one point about $30 on this trade, but I was looking for a $60 trade with a $20 risk.
Yeah, no stress, brother. No stress, man.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I can still get that trade back and more in one trade, so.
Right, for sure. This is what I was saying, though, Mitch. So, lately, I've been seeing the VWAP fade. I've seen it in the market, but it's been working more on longer term trades. Like if you look at GERN, it's a longer term trade. You know, it didn't really start fading to the VWAP up until about 10:06. Same thing with CAMP, and so I've been seeing these a lot lately, where they're
Ron just got a rip, guys.
I see it up to 11:25. But yeah, I've been seeing the fades a little bit more. One on gapping down stocks, which is kind of the opposite of what I usually looked for previously, and on longer term moves. And so this is going to something I might kind of try working on next week, is maybe getting in with longer term moves, because a lot of these moves previously I would get them in the open, like ENPH. And what did ENPH end up doing? Maybe beautiful all day fader on ENPH. But unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough to take that move. GERN would have worked out too, man. Don't think I got in with big enough sizing. And I think since it's down so much already, it made me a little bit more long biased with it.
Thinking VSTM here.
Short?
Yeah, what I want to see is a rejection of 32s, but it's not a bad idea to maybe get 100 shares here, because if it bounced to 33, I mean, you'd only lose like $6 here. But I do think the move down to 690 is more than possible.
Right, I could see that happening too. But so like I said, guys, the 20% off the intro package sale on TradeNet ends in 2 days. And so it ends this weekend on Sunday. And so if you're interested in getting 20% off a TradeNet package, which I trade on Tefs, which is their partnering broker, I'll include the link in the chat to get 20% off. If you're interested in it, we do make a small commission, and so we appreciate it if you go through our link. But we still try to be as honest as possible about it. The biggest flaw with TradeNet and Tefs is that some stocks are not tradable, and that's definitely the most frustrating thing about them. Still, if you follow along with our stream, you see that we usually can find a decent amount of stocks to make it work. Okay, I got to get out here. I'm out on TEVA. That thing just spiked up extremely quickly, which is really frustrating, honestly. But that's the triangle move I was talking about. Whenever it triangles like that, it could either get squeezed up or down. And in this case, it got squeezed up above that $39 level. So about a $40 loss on today. Not extremely happy about it, obviously. But I think my first trade especially was a good trade idea. And it just didn't work out. I think MU was just a little bit sketchy and a little bit unpredictable. And so no worries. Going to see if I can bounce back next week. Yeah, TEVA with that VWAP bounce, or with that triangle breakout pattern. But yeah, like I said, if anybody's interested in signing up to TradeNet, the way TradeNet works is it's an educational package that you pay for. It's not a deposit. You're paying for a package, and usually Tefs partners with you. And so, for instance, I paid for the $500 intro package with this account that I've been using since May. And with that, they give me 14,000 in buying power with a $700 max loss. And so I essentially paid 500 for $700 in losses. So I got an extra $200 to lose. And if you go through this link, you get an extra $300 to lose because you're essentially only paying $399 for the intro package. And so I think it's still a pretty good deal. There's a 70-30 profit split, so any profit over the 14K they give you, you keep 70%, they keep 30%. But yeah, I love TradeNet, man. It's a good broker, decent platform. I've been using them for about a year now. They're probably my favorite broker. Biggest flaw is some stocks aren't tradable, and so you do want to understand that if you're considering signing up. But here's the link if anybody's interested, and it does get you 20% off the intro package, and I believe 10% off all the other packages. But like I said, this sale ends in 2 days at the end of September, and so you only have 2 days to take advantage of it if anybody's interested in doing it. But yeah, man, I don't know what it is, man. The losses, I guess they're starting to get to me. You know what I mean? I think anytime you go on a win streak like I did the last 2 months and then you start to just do poorly after that, I think the market's ultimately changing a little bit. But I also think that not as many stocks have been tradable on TEFs, and also that my confidence is kind of lacking a little bit. I think I got out at the perfect point here. Not the perfect point, obviously, but I got out at a good point at about 40. Before it squeezed up some more here for TEVA. And it was just that triangle pattern that everybody could see right here. I think a lot of people started buying there. So no stress. Going to move on with the day and see how I do next week. I think TradeNet monthly, or TEF's monthly, is $15 for the platform. So I think the TEF's platform is $15 per month, and I think they take it out of your account. But yeah, not that many good setups today, I don't think. GERN and ENPH looked good. I just didn't take advantage of GERN. I got out a little bit too early, but no stress. We'll see. You know, these accounts are for learning. Yeah, for sure.
AMRN. Remember, guys, I said pre-market, the daily highs, test the daily highs, then fail. That's what I'm seeing right now. I would like it to go to 64s and reject down here to the 55s.
Hey, Andre, man, appreciate the $20 dono, brother. Andre with the $20 super chat. Man, hey, it means a lot, Andre. I really, really appreciate it, brother. So shout out to Andre with that $20 donation, man. That's the biggest donation I've gotten in a few months, man. So, or actually, no, Manny did donate $200 and something. But hey, Andre, it really means a lot, brother. Appreciate the support. Andre's kind of an OG here, man. He's been here for almost a year, I think. And so shout out to Andre with the $20 dono, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that a lot, Andre. All right, man. You for sure did, man. You took out half of the entire losses I had on today, Andre. So appreciate that, brother. It means a lot, man. But yeah, I mean, I just got to regroup. I think I need to study a little bit this weekend. You know, like I said, I think the last 2 months I've been averaging about a losing day a week. And I was super excited about it. And then weeks like the last 2 hit, and it just kind of kills my confidence, man. And it's something that I have to understand, that losing weeks are going to happen. You know, it's very rare that a trader's just always going to be profitable. And if a trader pretends like they're always profitable and they never have a losing day, most of the time they're lying. You know what I mean? I do think averaging 1 losing day a week is possible, and even going on perfect weeks is possible, as you can see with Mitch. But you know, I think I just need to learn to bounce back from it. I think that we found a strategy with an edge with the VWAP, and maybe the market changing a little bit, man. Maybe it's not working as well as it used to be, but who knows?
All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here, guys. Not a trade I recommend for everyone, and that's why I'm not calling it out, more of a strategy. I am short on AMRN at 56. I'm looking to add anywhere here in the 62 to 63. I only have 100 shares right now. I don't mind adding in there and then holding off the daily high of 1470.
On AMRN?
Yes. I'll show you the trade right now, guys.
You going in short on that one?
Yep.
Hey, man, all I would suggest is just to take profits quick, you know?
I mean, there's no, really, it's a low, it's only 100 shares, guys. If it gets to 470, It's gonna be okay. I'll be okay with the loss. What I want to do is more learn on this trade. This is like a daily short. This is not a strategy that I do often. It's the strategy that big traders do more often, shorting off the daily highs here at 1470s. So I don't mind an ad somewhere in this area, but I have to go ahead and risk off this 470.
Right, for sure. I agree with that.
I did like that move that it made right there. It showed some strength on the way down. Now we want to see that kind of support become resistance. A little bounce here. I can start looking for my ads.
Hey, Ismail, appreciate that, brother. Hey, man, that's 3/4 of my losses today. But shout out to Ismail for the $20 super chat. Appreciate that, brother. Hey, man, appreciate the support, guys. Appreciate the love and support, guys. Means a lot. Helps me kind of feel better about today. But really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I mean, listen, like I've always said a lot of people are super kind of critical on this channel, and the fact that we have people here like Andre Insurance, Ismail, a lot of these other guys are super supportive as well. So I appreciate all the support, guys. It means a lot. Trading's my passion, obviously. I'm not trying to act like an expert, as we always say. Like, I'm really not. I'm just trying to show people the journey of being a trader working towards being profitable. And losing weeks are going to happen. Losing days are going to happen. And I feel like if I would have used bigger sizing in the last 2 months, I would have been up huge, and this would have just been a small speed bump. But, it happens, man. And I just need to keep working, keep grinding towards, profitability, and I think I'll get there, man. Trading's my passion, obviously. I love the YouTube community, man. I love the little community we have here, and really enjoy doing this. Look forward to streaming every day and talking to everybody and trading. So, cool.
Doubt, brother.
Cool, man. Don't worry. Cool, man. You're an OG, brother. Don't worry about it, man. You're super supportive, always. Cool. So no stress, brother. You're an OG in the chat. I appreciate the support you always show as well. Cool. So. But no, I mean, honestly, all the OGs in the stream were like Cool, Insurance, Andre, Netron is an OG, Tiny, and NYC. I don't know what happened to NYC, but I haven't seen her lately. But
all right, there, guys. Got to be careful with this, but I added there, guys. I'm short at 59 now.
But Track Racer. But hey, Dulio, bro, I'm going to go ahead and ban you from the channel, Dulio, or at least remove you from being able to chat, man, because all you ever do is say negative stuff. So appreciate you joining me here. Appreciate you watching the stream and everything. But, yeah, you're no longer allowed to say anything.
Dang, someone got hit with the ban hammer.
Right, man. So see you,
all right,
Dulio.
guys, just got to be careful here, guys. Anything goes to 470s and I get out, guys.
Oh. But yeah, I don't mind constructive criticism, but if somebody just comes in here and they're like one of those insecure people that just kind of hate on other people to make them feel better, yeah, brother.
Guys, fast. Look at that. That's fine. You got to be quick, guys. That's why this kind of trade is more of a really low accuracy trade, but you want to do really small risk. I ended up getting there to where I was only risking 10 cents, but I was definitely going to take more of a 40 cent, 50 cent trade there. I have no problem with losing that amount. I'm still green for the week, guys. And sometimes you got to consider the overall week. I'm more than fine with that last little bit of risk. Now I'll end the week about $57 up for the week, and I'm okay with that.
But of course you're an OG, Eric. Sorry, brother, I forgot about you, man. Eric's an OG here as well, man. He's been here for a long time. Track Racer, Insurance, Cool, Andre, Netron. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good OGs in the stream that are here almost every day. And so Shout out to everybody that's stuck with me and continues to support us. T America lately has been here. Ismael, Salty for sure. Salty's been here for a long, long time as well. Kind of going through the chat here. Missouri's the first one here every morning. Missouri Prepper, he's been here a long time as well. Outsider's been here for a long time too. Huguetes has been here for a long time too. So shout out to all the OGs in the stream. Appreciate it, brothers. What's up, Korvskit? What's up, brother? What's up, dude? Salty. But yeah, appreciate all the donations today, guys. Kind of helps me bounce back a little bit from the Baron. Yeah, Baron, you're there too. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who supported me thus far. It's like an award ceremony, man. Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, listen, this week and last week wasn't the best. I'll bounce back, man.
Hey, it is what it is, brother. There's going to be good and bad weeks. Remember, this is the kind of week where you guys can actually learn more. I always say you can learn more from your losses than your winners. Your winners just describe you following a plan, being consistent, using your edge, and staying in the process. Now, when you start getting in your losers, you got to go through all those. What's going on there? Is it execution? Is it the strategy? Are you not staying in the process? Meaning, is your psychology off? And that's all you got to do as a trader. You got to go back, understand how your system works, revamp your system, get back to your confidence, because in the end, like I always say, confidence doesn't come from realized or unrealized profits or losses. They're going to come from your strategy and being consistent to it. I am red for the day, but to tell you the truth, I've gotten so much better at just letting it go, guys. You got to understand, it's not every day is not going to be green. The key is that you can't let the emotions on every single trade just drive how you are.
Yep. 100%.
It's just like in life, you know how many times in your day are you going to run into something that you have a decision to make on whether you're going to be upset about this for the rest of the day, or you're just going to let it go and get through it.
Right. You just got to move on, man. And that's the biggest hurdle people run into with trading. You know, and I'm kind of getting to that point where losses don't mean much. Like, you can probably hear me, like, I'm not in a bad mood because I took $40 today, or $40 in losses. Like, in the grand scheme of things, in the trading world, $40 is tiny, you know, in the trading world. And so $40 in losses, not the end of the world. Just going to try to bounce back next week. Going to study some and see how that goes. And just try to bounce back, you know, see how that works out. Also, guys, one of my friends created a YouTube channel, and so if you could go subscribe to her YouTube channel, I would hugely appreciate it. Let me find it here. But yeah, she created a YouTube channel. So even if you aren't interested in what she's doing, just go subscribe to her channel. So show support for one of my friends here. Let me try to find it. Here he goes. So yeah, just go check out her channel. She's a really cool chick, and go subscribe if you want to help support a friend of mine. There's one of her videos. So yeah, like I said, go check out her channel. Go subscribe if you want to help support a friend of mine. Also, I would really appreciate it if you could go help support her. It means a lot. She's a really close friend of mine, really cool chick, and go show her some love and support. Also, guys, if you're interested, the 20% off TradeNet deal is ending in 2 days on Sunday. And so if you're interested in getting 20% off a TradeNet package, you can go through our link. We make a small commission from it. But if you want to help support this channel, we appreciate it if you do. And it's one of the great ways you can help give back if you appreciate the content of this channel. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. Good luck. Everybody have a good weekend. I'm not stressing on today's losses. I'm just going to move forward, study a little bit this weekend, try to bounce back.
We're going to be back and do bigger and better things. And one of the key things, guys, is we are seeing more longs in the market. I will be working on my nice strategy testing, back testing, and also running through Thinkorswim to get on these longs, guys. You guys will be seeing more long callouts, and they will be coming.
Right, for sure. Yeah, man, she's a really cool chick, guys. So like, go support her channel, man. She's a really great person. She's just a really good person, man. You know what I mean? I used to work with her at one of my old jobs, and she's just a really cool person. And so go hit the subscribe button on her channel, and I'm sure she'll appreciate it, and it's a good way to help support this channel. Oh wait, can you still see Dulio's comments, Mitch?
Yeah, I pulled him out. He's gone.
Well, no, he's hidden by you, but I don't think he's hidden by me. Actually, let me find it.
Yeah, I just put the hell.
I gotta
hide on.
Right. I gotta. It's not about hiding. It's about I want to make it. Oh, maybe so. I don't know. I'll have to figure out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. No worries. But yeah.
Oh no, I didn't want to.
T America, don't do it to T America, man.
I didn't do it to her.
He's a good dude, man. He's a good dude.
I didn't do it to him.
You timed him out for 300 seconds, man. How dare you, bro?
I guess I'm gonna go give him a real timeout. Like, let's go give some strategy. Hit me up, T America.
T America, we love you, man. Here, you can't take him off a timeout.
Nah, he's kind of screwed in the timeout. But
T America, man, we're sorry, brother. We love you, man. It was an accident. We didn't mean to.
Good. He knows.
Yeah, we didn't mean to. We didn't mean to put you in timeout, T America. So sorry about that, brother.
Hey, if anything, like I said, hit me up. I'll give you some strategy in that timeout time.
Right. Sorry, T America. But yeah, go check out my girl's channel. She's super chill and a really good person. And so, like I said, I'll go ahead and throw her link out here one more time, so y'all can go check her out. There's the link. Have a good weekend, guys. Good luck for the rest of the day. Appreciate all the donations and support today, guys. So it means a lot. Andre, Ismael, so appreciate the support. Everybody else who supported us, it really means a lot, man. Have a good weekend. We'll see you all Monday morning, same time as always. And yeah, like I said, have a good weekend, guys. I'll see you all later.